Okay, fade to black. Jonathan Fibonojji. Where's the music? Day trading video. So here you go. Jonathan Fibonojji. You know, I thought I would just talk about doing some day trading. And this is kind of, I think, more of a commercial. I guess like a lot of my videos are. Hello, I'm Jonathan. You can call me Jonathan Fibonojji. This channel, this YouTube channel, started 2 years ago when really I was just a regular guy running a finance company. And I had kind of a passion. I actually had several passions or things I really enjoyed doing. Obviously, like I love the UFC, but I'm not really going to be a cage fighter, right? You know, I liked finance, but I really wasn't that happy doing mortgages, which is really a transactional-based finance type of, but it was still finance. I was really good at it. I was in the finance world for 14, 15 years. But deep down, I always wanted to be a day trader. Now, if you're watching this channel, maybe you too want to learn how to day trade for a living. Or maybe you're online looking for day trading tips or who's the best instructor, you know. And well, when I started this channel, I decided, you know, I'm not going to go as my legal name. I'm going to go as Jonathan Fibonojji because I was going to teach day trading, thinking really that once my finance career ended, I was thinking like after 15 years, I would, I don't know, maybe teach day trading. And day trading, if you know anything like day trading, it's a lot like golf or it's a lot like poker. It's a skill. And here it is, 2018, November 2018 when I'm making this video. And day trading, the art of trading the stock market, you know, buying, opening positions and closing positions, that hasn't really changed. Say since, I don't know, the 1930s. I mean, the market has moved in all kinds of directions with all kinds of technologies and faster and quicker and up and down and crashes and booms. And what is a flash crash? And why is that an important Google? Like, what is the flash crash? And how slowly the art of day trading or trading the markets has moved to more algorithm-based machine investing and how that's its own discussion. And no matter what industry you're in, there are certain topics that are kind of hot topics. Like, you know, for example, I love photography and I love film. And you'll see all kinds of videos on this channel where I talk about, you know, my favorite films and how I get all kind of, you know, passionate and opinionated about the best films. And, you know, I might decide one day this is my best film. And then yesterday I thought, well, how can you not have A River Runs Through It? I mean, how do you not have that as your top 5? And I'm like, well, so I love film and I love all kinds of things in photography, but there are certain discussions that get really heated. Well, one important discussion is machine-based investing and algorithms and how the market and how trillions of dollars are moving away from, well, people making decisions to machines making decisions, and how computers, even though we love them, they make mistakes. Sometimes when they have too much control, well, there you go, there's a segue into, well, artificial intelligence and how, you know, there's a big discussion to be said for bringing trading back. You know, like for example, in medicine, no matter how advanced a medicine gets or how advanced surgical procedures become, I still want a trained specialist surgeon holding the knife, making those decisions, accompanied with a good team. I don't really want lasers making every decision from start to finish. You tell me, what's your take on machine-based investing? Well, day trading and how the Elliott wave and how the loss of my business, my finance business back in 2015, how it kind of propelled me into learning day trading in a very intense way. And then in Durango, Colorado, I'm sure when I edit this video, I'll probably re-edit it several times, make it look all great and professional, but I'm just a regular guy. I'm in San Francisco. My name's Jonathan Matthew, and I go by Fibonacci or Fibonojji because it's based, I was studying Elliott wave, which was a Fibonacci-based trading pattern. Say that 3 times. So Jonathan Fibonojji, I launched a YouTube station back in a long time ago where I was going to teach the world how to day trade. Really why I learned to day trade. And back then I was kind of like a level B-, C+ trader. Now, anybody who's traded knows that you're not making consistent money and making a living till you're B plus. Now, B minus, you can have good days and bad days, but you're really not a professional trader until, well, I think after even 2 and 3 and 4 or 5 years, until you're on your 5th year. Well, I had been studying the market back in 2015, by then about 20 years, trying all kinds of different strategies, and different things worked a little bit, and this kind of opened up this bag of worms, and then this taught me this, and this didn't work, and I would lose and make thousands of dollars, and that's day trading. But I love the art of day trading, and I want to teach you how to day trade, and I want to teach people how to, well, open positions in the stock market, close positions. You might even go look at one of my most popular videos where I'm saying how to short the market. Jonathan Fibonacci, I think I have like 22,000 views on that, where I'm using a TD Ameritrade app on my phone, opening and closing positions. And that's really how this channel started. And then this channel moved into all kinds of things like my love of comedy and even accidental advocacy, where I really do a lot of advocacy for homeless rights and men's rights and legal reform and things like that. But back to trading, there is no better human being alive to teach you how to day trade than Jonathan, me. So hire me. If you are a day trader, or maybe you're kind of one of those traders that you trade, but you don't trade, and you're too busy, and you kind of need someone to watch your positions, but teach you, and yet kind of a co-pilot, but it would be really nice to pay somebody, I don't know, $5,000 a month to kind of watch your positions because you're opening and closing big money, and having a second eyes, some experience at the table, having a pair of second eyes, or maybe 4 eyes, looking at your overnight positions, maybe that's worth some money to you. Like one of my best days in day trading in Durango, I made $9,000 on an overnight position. I've also lost thousands of dollars. And as you day trade, you'll go through different phases. You'll go through the penny stock phase. Everybody's gone through that phase. And ultimately, unless you're backed by real institutional dollars, most of the time you will stop at one particular phase simply because you don't have the money. So what does it take to learn to day trade? Well, I can day trade and make a living on 40,000. I actually really knew I was a good day trader when I was trading with 10,000. But remember, margin calls are really a big deal when you're under 25. So I guess the basis line of where do you start or how to do it is, other than hire me or email me at americano417@gmail.com, hire Jonathan, americano417@gmail.com, and let me teach you how to day trade. I think there's a real good place right now for teaching, men over 30 and men over 40 how to trade the markets as a secondary income, so that by the time they retire, they might be trading their IRAs. They might have enough skills because I've taught them how to really supplement their retirement income so that they can do what they want to do. They can move to Durango. They can move to Telluride. They can move to Aspen or Hawaii or wherever you like to vacation. But you need to learn how to day trade. And you need a strategy, and you need a good teacher, and you also are going to make a lot of mistakes. So you need someone who's going to help mitigate those mistakes so that those mistakes, well, they're mistakes and not fatalities. And I've had both of them. Again, there's probably about at least 5 phases that a day trader will go through, probably closer to 7 to 8 until you really become professional. And I've gone through all of them. Like again, the penny stock phase, to the let me just kind of focus on one thing that made money 20% of the time, but not enough where I could retire. Well, those are really dangerous strategies because, like all strategies, everything works a little bit. What you need consistency. A good professional day trader needs consistency. They need a strategy, and they need some sort of predictable pattern to follow and learn. And I won't even get into Elliott Wave right now, but this is more kind of a commercial. Wherever you're at, anywhere in America or even in the world, if you are a day trader or perhaps even a boutique trading firm, and you simply need a trader, a person who's going to open and close positions, an unlicensed person. Now, don't email me if you want me to get all my Series 6 and 93 and 52 and this and that. I'm not interested in being a compliance person. I'm not interested in even marketing and raising money for a firm so I could give that money over to some sort of algorithm who's going to make decisions based upon decisions that were made out of Singapore. I want to teach people how to trade. You only really need about 50,000. If you're really wanting to make money, closer to 85,000, 90,000. But I could trade even with 25,000. If I were you, and I were starting out, how much does it really take? You need 2 years and probably $40,000 to really learn how to day trade and to make a living from day trading. And then if you email me, which I hope you do, americano417@gmail.com, ask me to send you some of my screenshots of my days where you'll see $3,000 days and $1,500 days and $5,000 days. And what is Elliott wave? And what is a 1 wave and a 2 wave? And what is a 3 wave? And what about the fucking 4th wave of Elliott wave? If you go back and you watch some of my Elliott wave day trading videos, you'll notice that a lot of my day trading videos are based on the 4th wave and learning the 4th wave of Elliott wave. Isn't that interesting? How the markets, while predictable, they move in fractal patterns. And the Elliott wave, which was a theory built or developed in the 1930s, is still very relevant today. In fact, most of the trading technology or the computers that are designing or that are being built are really being built to trade Elliott wave for large institutions. So learn Elliott wave yourself, trade your own money and hire a good coach. Email me at americano417@gmail.com. I'll teach you how to obviously trade, but how to open positions, close positions, what is margin. I won't really get into the option market because options have their place, but without a foundational basis of equities, of following a market, knowing when to open positions, when to close positions, what do you need to go into, or how do you mitigate an overnight position, and what is the 5C wave? Man, the 5C wave, the final wave of Elliott wave, that's where I found the most profitable, most predictable pattern to trade. So if you hire me, Jonathan, we're going to talk about Elliott wave a lot. I may even want to meet some people out in a ski resort town, maybe get about 5 people in kind of a seminar world where we'll trade real time, because that's how you learn to trade. Is you make decisions, you make good decisions. And then after you put enough days together, slowly the amateurs become good, and then the good become better, and the better become best, and the best become professionals. Email me at americano417@gmail.com. Best day trader in the whole wide world.